Hello, my name's Kevin and welcome to the Love Decanter channel. So we're back with Pepa Antiques. This is part 2. And sometimes you look at stuff and you're going, yeah, just there it is, and move on to something. Oh, that looks more interesting. But once you start digging, and this is the thing about me admitting I don't know everything. Nobody knows everything. You just work it out as you go along sometimes. So I looked at some machine-made set of machine-made beer glasses, and then I realised they had World Cup on them. Tried to find them. Then I realised that they're from the 1966 World Cup. That puts a slightly different perspective on them, because England won that one. I would like to say we, but yeah, England. And so that does change things, and this is why you need to sometimes delve underneath the covers and figure out what things are, because context is value. Yes, I keep saying that, and it is. Also, there's a few non-glass things in here, just things that took my eye, and I just thought, ooh, balls and stuff like that. Anyway, let's get on and have a look at the glass. There's an Empoli bottle here, and yeah, pity it doesn't have the stopper. They've got £10 on it, and yeah, if that had the stopper on it, you're probably talking £70, £80. Yeah, stoppers are expensive just in themselves, because they come with like a plastic fitting piece that goes over the glass stopper, and then when those tend to disintegrate, leaving you a little thin core that sits in the middle that rattles around. When those fall, if the stopper ever falls out, it's so high, busts, and that's the end of it. So the stoppers are actually harder to find than the bottles. So I've been looking around at this Empoli bottle. Here's one here. Nobody's really giving you any details on them, but yeah, this is an amber one, £50. Then you've got a green one, like the one we saw, £50. Another different green one. Is that? Hang on, is that the same? Similar. Actually, this one has got the wrong stopper, but this one has got the right stopper. So £50. There's, where is it? This one here, which has got no stopper, it's £26. Now that's interesting. Okay, so half the price. Is that right? But where's the one I was looking at? Where are the Empoli stoppers? Yes, here we go. Yeah. So this stopper is in the US anyway, but in the US, these stoppers, I've only found US ones. This is from a really huge decanter, but yeah, it's £92. This one's from the small ones, but all the stoppers I've seen, from the sort of like normal size ones like that, they're about £50, which kind of doesn't add up. It's been actually quite hard to find them. Look, here's one, 64. Another one. That was what the hell? Yeah, it doesn't add up. The prices of the stoppers and the full bottle, although that's the same decanter in lilac purple. They said blue purple. Yeah, that's America. But anyway, I think it'd be extremely hard to find a stopper for it, and it's probably, looking at the prices that I've seen for stoppers, it's not going to be economic to put it back together again if you can find the right stopper. We've got some bowls here, balls I should say. They're made out of lignum vitae, I think, super hard wood, and yeah, there's 6, but 4 of them obviously belong to one person.
because they've put their initials on them on a little ivory plaque. Yeah, I don't know what they're worth. I know it's not glass, but just the fact that someone obviously thought they were a super cool player because they put their initials. Monogram, that's the best one. Look at that, that's nice and clear. It looks like it's GR, I think. So, yeah, let's have a look and see what Lignum Vitae balls sell for.
I've been a little bit shocked at how cheap Crown Green bowling balls are, or lawn balls, or whatever you have. But anyway, yeah, look, there's a nice pair, £33, but those are not even the cheapest. Oh, those are Petanque. Let me find something. There were some, nope, small ones. There you go, lawn bowls, £23.50. So off with postage like £31 for a set of 4. They look like they could do with a good polish, but yeah. Oh, and they've got GMcA's, George McAllister. I'll make that up. There you go. So they've got initials on. They look a bit later than the ones we were looking at. These pair. £23 for a pair. Yeah, so these are sold prices in the UK. So I'm a little surprised. I'm walking distance from Bowls Green, and I know it's regularly used, so people are still playing this sport. I think it's amongst the older generation. Not that I would admit anything myself, but yeah, it's quite a popular game. So I'm surprised at how cheap it is to get into it if you're happy to buy second hand. God knows how much they are if they're new, but yeah, if you just wanted to get into this game, the balls are really cheap.
They got some Watley Man World Cup beer glasses. I think these are made by Dima. But yeah, this, I'm going to try and find this. Looks very Scandinavian, but yeah, we'll try and find that, see if we can figure out what it is.
You know me, I'm a curious kind of guy. And I wasn't, I'm not a football fan at all. But I was looking at the bit of film there. I thought, World Cup. I wonder what World Cup that is from, that logo. And I found it. It's from the 1966 World Cup when England won. And I'm thinking, that's quite significant. Does that mean it's got any value? So I googled, yes, and it does mean it has some value. I've only found one set of 6 glasses here that sold on the 29th of March, which is very recent, for £81.84 with £10 delivery. So you're talking effectively £92. Let's have a look. All these football-y things. Yeah. What does he actually say in the description? Let's see. Must have for football fans and collectors alike. So there you go. Doesn't really say much. Doesn't tell you who the maker is. I think it's Dima. Looks like the glasses look like Dima glasses. I'm just saying. So that's Chesterfield. But yeah, that's quite. I need to let them know about that. We're looking at the Acida catalogue for 1971 to 73, And this bowl vase thing here is very like this one. It's not quite exactly the same, but this is I've got a different catalogue here, and it's got the same bubbles in the base, just slightly different shapes again. I think it is a cedar. I think it's from the 1970s, but we've only got a very narrow snapshot of their catalogues. We've just got this one, which is also from the early 70s, and this one, and there is something else in here that's got the same bubble, where it, but it's a different shape again, and it's completely clear glass. But yeah, this is a feature that they did. I don't know if anybody else did, but this looks like it. One of the colours down here is green, so they've got colour codings. G is green. I'm pretty certain if I go to the very top, I'll probably never find it again. And G is green, and that looks about right too. It's sort of dirty green. So yeah, I think that's what it is. I thought I'd quickly check prices. There's a load of bit of cedar stuff here. Price is a bit all over the place, but I found these two which look to be from the same range with this bubble in the bottom. And these are sold prices, and it's UK, I think. And yeah, so this one's 84, and this one's 24.99 plus, so £29. It's giving you the design name, Bo Borgstrom. Let's go in, have a quick shufty with this green one to see what it says, because I haven't done that yet. Yeah, the way it's, yeah, I'm pretty certain it's the same one. The way the bubble is in the bottom, because I did have a good look at it, it kind of really impractically goes to a very thin hole like that. Is there a picture of the bottom? Yeah, and there'll be no pontle either, so yeah, because of the way the bottom is. So yeah, I think this is the colour that we were looking at. And what other information does he have? Doesn't tell you where he's got this reference for Bo Borgstrom from, but yeah, it's more than I had before, so I think that's what it is. Now that I've had a better look at this bubble, it looks very close to what we were looking at. Look at the other one. Let's see what this one looks like. See if we get a closer shot of the bubble, because yeah, that's looking very similar as well. Yeah, tiny. Look at that hole there. If you get rubbish inside that bubble, how are you going to get that out through that little hole? That's so not fantastically well done, but it is what it is. It's design. That's what it is. Anyway, this one, is it huge or something? How tall is that? No, it's not even that. 8, so nearly 9 inches tall. It's not that huge. I thought it was going to be some monster thing for that price, but anyway, it's probably, that's a bowl and this is a vase. Proportionally, it's probably similar, as in the bowl's fatter and this is taller and thinner, but similar sizes. I think, you know, a price north of, because this one here is like £29. This is probably a bit more realistic. But anyway, that's what I'm pretty certain it is.
Got some Stuart Crystal Arundel pattern here, and they've got 12 of these small glasses, and they've got, I'm not sure if these are supposed to be champagne coupes, but we can look them up and see what shape that's supposed to be. They've got 6 of those.
This is the earliest Stuart Crystal catalogue I have. It's from 1927, and pattern number is 21102. It's one of the few patterns they gave a name. They call it Georgian at this point. See, it's got these ball knob stems like the 12 glasses that all were, I think this one, the claret glass. The other glass is not here. So we can skip forward to 1938 now. And this is the service here. We've dropped the name Georgian at this point, 2 on 102. And yeah, there seem to be fewer glasses, but hey, war's coming. Anyway, they still don't have that other glass that's there. So we can skip forward to the next catalogue I have, which is 1964. So this is the Arundel pattern, you can see, with the ball knobs. And you've got this one here. It's a cocktail glass. So the set of 6 are cocktail glasses. They've got an inverted baluster stem. And yeah, so we know it's post-war. They weren't making it before the war because our last catalogue there is 1938. I do have another catalogue, which is 1972. Again, here we go. We've got this glass. This is a hot glass with it's got a baluster stem. And if we look down here, there's no cocktail. So we know the cocktails were not before the war. They were around in 1964, but they were gone by 1972. So that means they're over 50 years old. But they could be 60, 70, maybe 80s with, yeah, 80 years old maybe. But was that 19? I'm trying to do my maths. Anyway, we know it could be older. So that's the best we can do, really. We can't pin it down to the cocktail glasses anyway. The others were made the whole time, but they're probably all bought together. They're over 50 years old, so they're well into the vintage time, but they're not antique because, you know, if they were in the 1927 catalogue, and if we were to go through the numbers and try and work out how far back they were, you know, we might be able to say they were antique, but no. Anyway, so that's the best I can do with those.
We've got some commemorative ware here. 2 beer glasses, years apart from the Queen, so coronation and the Queen's Jubilee. Let's see if I can find out. I'm always intrigued by the fact that everybody seems to have their own different variations on the labels and the way they do it.
I've been looking around for commemorative tankards, etc., trying to find matching transfer prints, and it's actually, I did say at the time, there's lots of different ones. I don't know if I said that to you, but I was telling the lady there. I did. The only official one I found was nothing like it. Look at this. This is 1953 tankard from Bagley, and yeah, even if you make it bigger, you can see it doesn't have the crest in it. It's just like the whole middle's missing. It just has E2R, and it talks about the coronation. So yeah, so let's go back to what I did find. So this is one, and I said there's like a million different ways of doing this transfer print. This one has the crown with E2R. The one we were looking at, both of the ones we were looking at had a knight's helmet with the crown on top and a lion on top of that. So remember that. So that had 3 things. This has only got 2. What's this one? That's the Bagley one. So yeah. What's this one? So this is like the one we're looking at, but obviously it's different again because you've got this white shield around it. But it is similar in that it's got the knight's crown, then the knight's helmet, then the crown and the lion. And this is a bit of an upmarket type of thing, really, with the really 1950s with the Harlequin set coloured glasses here. Then we have this one, which is another tall glass, but not the one we're looking at. And again, it has the Elizabeth Regina and the crown above it, but no knight's helmet, no lion. This one is the only one that I found that is actually the same as the one we're looking at, the sort of like tall beer glass, and it's in Australia. I'm not even sure. Let me stop this a second. So back at it. 50 Australian dollars is about £25. Obviously you can ignore the postage because it's the same price. It's costing $24.49 to get it posted to the UK. Yeah, but anyway, it gives you an idea. That's one. Then I think I tried to find the one that was the Jubilee as well. I did. Nobody knows. I was hoping someone would actually recognise this. You know, that one of the glasses I could find would have a maker on it or something. Even if it wasn't exactly the same glass, if it had the same coat of arms, it would give us some direction. But no. This one's in the US, so that's about £15. And then you've got, I think that's the same. Yeah. This one's in the UK, $21.52. And then what was interesting is I found here the same transfer print on bone china. Yeah, this is really unhelpful in a way, because I was hoping it would be someone that might be associated with some glass maker, but I don't recognise this name at all. So yeah, so the people that were making the transfers were obviously touting them around and feeling the transfers quite thick and raised, and the only ones that I can think of that are kind of that thick and raised are usually the Johnson Matthey ones that supplied Ravenhead, but I'm not certain if it's really Ravenhead. I couldn't find anything for that, so yeah, I'm failing all round in a way. They are nice complex compared to a lot of the other nice complex transfers. They quite feel like quality because they're quite raised up and everything, but yeah, pinning it down is something else. There's probably a book on commemorative works that might even tell you who made these, but yeah, I don't have any of that.
They have electricians in the family, and they have some stage lights here. Yeah, and they're all wired, ready to go. We've also got these apparently came out of a pub. Antler lights, and yeah, some proper stage lights up here. Look at these. Yeah, I don't know how much they are. She hadn't priced them yet. And look at this. This is running as well. This is our local pub, Ansell's Brewery, which is local. So yeah, there's some not glass things, but interesting bits and pieces. Another cool thing here, Commodore 64, with actual Commodore tape, and yeah, and I've been told this is working, and there's a manual and everything.
Thank you, mate.
So that was my second and final video from Pepa Antiques. Not sure where I'm going to go next. I need to ring around, maybe do a bit more searching, see if I find it. Anyway, it's the final one from Pepa Antiques, and yeah, they were very friendly as well. That's one thing I should let you know. Yeah, and I did enjoy going through all their stuff, and not just looking at all the other stuff. They've got a whole pile of books at the back, and I was going. There was some like, oh, that's interesting, but I daren't take it home because I have a wall of books, and I'll get killed if I bring anything random home. But anyway, I highly recommend a trip. It's worth having a dig around. It's a big place, even though it's literally a shop, because I think it's all owned by the owners. But it is worth a dig around. And yeah, so with that said, all the references I use will be in the description below. All All the contact details for Pepa Antiques will be in the description below, and please remember to like and subscribe because it really helps my channel. And thank you for watching, and have a good night. Good night.